Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is English Listening Practice A2. Today you will hear 3 simple stories about everyday life. Listen and relax. If you enjoy the video, please like, comment and subscribe for more. The first story, The Lost Umbrella. It is a rainy afternoon. The street is wet. Cars move slowly. People walk fast with umbrellas. I wait under a small bus shelter with my blue umbrella in my hand. A woman arrives at the shelter. She looks worried. She cannot find her umbrella. She thinks she had it near the cinema and then crossed the street. After that it was gone. I offer to help her look for it. We leave the shelter and walk back toward the cinema. We wait for the green light because it is not safe to cross on red. We check the pavement, a bench and a small shop window. We do not see any umbrella. I suggest trying the lost and found desk. There is a small one in the metro station nearby. We go down the steps and ask the clerk at the ticket desk. He checks a shelf and a notebook. He asks for a short description. The woman explains that the umbrella is black and has a wooden handle. There is no match today. The clerk asks her to leave a phone number just in case someone turns it in later. She writes her number and thanks him. When we go outside, the rain is lighter. The woman says she works at a bookstore on King Street but will leave next month. There is another bookstore in a different city and they pay better there. Her husband wants her to earn more, and she has many responsibilities now. She likes this city, but she is ready for a change. We talk for a minute about work and moving to a new place. We agree that we worked well with our teams in the past, and change can still be good. It has been only a few months in her current job, but she already learned a lot. Maybe we will meet again one day. You never can tell. We say goodbye. I open my blue umbrella and walk home. She pulls up her hood and goes toward the bus stop. The sky is still grey, but the day feels lighter. Even without the missing umbrella, the problem now feels smaller. She knows that someone may return it later, and her number is at the desk, just in case. The second story. At the cafe. I visit a small cafe on a cool afternoon. The place is warm and quiet. It smells like coffee and fresh cake. Soft music plays. Prices are reasonable. Some people read, others talk in low voices. I sit by the window and order a cappuccino and a slice of lemon cake. Outside, people pass with closed umbrellas. The street looks calm. A young woman comes in and asks the staff where the bathroom is. She goes around the corner and comes back a few minutes later. Now she looks worried. She cannot find her wallet. She checks her bag and all her pockets. It is not there. We walk to the counter together and speak to the barista. We ask if there is a lost and found. The barista says that sometimes customers turn in lost items. He asks for a short description. The woman explains that the wallet is small and brown with a gold button. Inside, there is a bus card and a photo of her dog. The barista checks a drawer and a box under the counter. There is no wallet today. The barista asks her to leave a phone number, just in case someone brings it later. She writes the number on a small paper. He also offers to print a receipt with the time if she buys anything, in case she needs to show the time to the bus office or the police. She thanks him for the idea. We sit for a moment to think. The woman says she lives nearby. If necessary, she can go home and look again. If she needs bus money, she can borrow some from a neighbour and return it tomorrow. It is not a big amount, but losing a wallet is still stressful. It is hard to handle a problem like this alone, but it is easier with calm people around. She checks her coat one more time. She finds a small inside pocket that she almost never uses. The wallet is there. She forgot about that pocket. She laughs with relief. The cards and the bus pass are safe. The problem is over. She buys a hot tea and asks for a receipt to keep with her, just in case. We talk for a few minutes about books, travel, and rainy days. The cafe feels friendly again. The worry disappears. The afternoon looks simple and clear. She leaves for the station a little early, just in case the bus comes soon. I finish my coffee and the last bite of lemon cake. The window shows a dry street now. People walk slowly and smile. Sometimes, a small problem becomes a good reminder to slow down, to check pockets, and to ask for help when we need it. And finally, the last story. Saturday at the street market. It is a cool Saturday morning. The sky is light blue and the air is fresh. I leave my apartment with a small shopping list in my pocket and a reusable bag on my shoulder. The list is simple: bread, tomatoes, cucumbers, eggs, apples, and tea. I also plan to buy flowers for the table, if I still have money at the end. The street market is not far from my home. I walk past a bakery, a bus stop, and a small park. A few people are already outside. A runner passes me on the sidewalk. A dog pulls its owner toward a tree. A child rides a scooter and smiles at everyone. The city feels friendly and calm. At the market entrance, there are colourful stands on both sides. I smell coffee, oranges, and fresh bread. A group of neighbours talk near a flower stall. The market opens at 8, but many sellers are here earlier. Some arrange baskets of fruit. Others write today's prices on small signs. I start with bread. The bakery stall shows different loaves: white, rye, whole grain, and a long, thin baguette. The loaves look warm and soft. I choose a simple whole grain loaf because it stays fresh longer. The baker puts it in a paper bag and smiles. I pay with cash and put the bread carefully in my reusable bag. Next, I look for vegetables. At the vegetable stand, the tomatoes are red and shiny. The cucumbers are dark green and cool to the touch. I pick 4 tomatoes and 2 cucumbers and place them on the scale. The seller weighs them and tells me the price with a friendly hand sign. I give exact change and get a small paper note with the weight. I keep the note inside my wallet, just in case I need to check it later. I move to the egg stall. The eggs are in brown paper cartons. A sign says the hens are free range and the eggs are from a nearby farm. I choose a carton of 10. I open the box and check that the eggs are clean and not cracked. Everything looks fine, so I close the box and place it gently in my bag. Now the bag is heavier, and I hold it with both hands. At the fruit stand, I see apples in many colours: red, yellow, and green. I want apples for the week, so I choose 6 medium ones. They look crisp and sweet. I count my money and plan the rest of the shopping. I still have enough for tea and maybe a small bunch of flowers. Before I buy tea, I stop at a stand with herbs. There are jars with dried mint, chamomile, and lemon balm. The labels are clear and simple. I choose black tea with a little bergamot because I like a light citrus smell in the afternoon. The seller measures 100 grams and puts the tea in a paper bag. I bring it to my nose and breathe in slowly. The smell is gentle and pleasant. Before I buy tea, I stop at a stand with herbs. There are jars with dried mint, chamomile, and lemon balm. The labels are clear and simple. I choose black tea with a little bergamot because I like a light citrus smell in the afternoon. The seller measures 100 grams and puts the tea in a paper bag. I bring it to my nose and breathe in slowly. The smell is gentle and pleasant. Suddenly, I remember that I do not have milk at home. I check my list again. Milk is not on it, but tea and milk are a good pair, especially in the evening. I decide to buy a small bottle, not a big one, so nothing goes to waste. At the dairy stall, I find fresh milk in glass bottles. I add one small bottle to my bag and plan my steps carefully so I do not break the eggs. Now I am almost done. I check the time on my phone and think about the flowers. At the flower stall, there are tulips, small sunflowers, and simple white daisies. The daisies are the cheapest, but they look clean and bright. I choose a short bunch and imagine them on my kitchen table. The seller wraps them in paper and ties the paper with a piece of string. The flowers feel light in my hand and I smile. On my way out of the market, I see a small sign near a recycling bin. It explains how to separate paper, plastic, and glass. I have an empty plastic bottle in my bag from yesterday, so I put it into the correct bin. The action is small, but it feels good. I try to remember to bring more plastic next time. I walk home slowly because my bag is heavy and I do not want to rush. The air is still cool, but the sun is stronger now. I pass the same park and look at the trees. Their leaves move gently in the wind. A bus arrives at the stop and opens its doors. People get on and sit by the window. The city is fully awake. At home, I place everything on the kitchen table. I wash the tomatoes and cucumbers and put them in a bowl. I put the eggs in the fridge and the bread on a wooden board. I cut 2 slices and taste the bread. It is soft inside and a little crunchy outside. I boil water for tea and open the paper bag. The smell fills the room. While the tea is steeping, I put the daisies in a glass jar and add water. The jar is not a real vase, but it looks fine. I place the jar in the middle of the table and clean the counter. The kitchen becomes simple and bright. A small feeling of order grows in my mind. The morning plan is complete. I pour tea into a cup and add a little milk. I sit by the window and watch the street below. I hear a bicycle bell, a car door, and someone laughing on the phone. I think about the market and all the small steps, the list, the walk, the choices, the payment, the careful packing, and the slow trip home. None of the steps is special alone, but together they make a quiet, happy morning. Later, I will cook a simple lunch. Eggs with tomatoes and cucumbers on the side, and a slice of bread with butter. In the evening, I will have tea again and maybe an apple. The flowers will still be on the table, and the kitchen will still feel calm. It is only a Saturday and nothing big has happened, but the day already feels complete. Thank you for listening. If you like this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend. See you in the next episode.